What is up, you guys? Welcome to a brand new video. I apologize for the last two videos where the audio was crap. Turns out my microphone was just plugged into the wrong input port and I didn't catch it. So hopefully in this video the audio will be better. But today we have a different car that we're working on. It is another S2000, but it is not mine. It is my friend's AP1 S2000. It's here for a valve keeper and retainer job. Why do you need to do a valve keeper and retainer, and specifically why only the AP1? On the AP1s, the retainers and keepers are a little thin and have a tendency to crack at those higher RPMs. And this car is going to be a pure track car, so it's going to be living up at those higher RPMs. So it needs a little bit of protection. So to fix that, we have some AP2 keepers and retainers, which are slightly thicker than the AP1s. I'll show you a comparison once we get that in of how they look, but that'll keep it from cracking. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into this car and start working on it by taking off the valve cover right here and getting everything prepped and ready to be done. Everything's off now. We should be able to get the valve cover off. If you need to, just get a little plastic trim tool to kind of get in here and pop the valve cover off. But once that's loose, we should be able to just rock it off slowly. Alright, as you can see, valve cover is now removed, and it was pretty straightforward. A couple of bolts, unplug the coil packs, remove a couple of sensors. Pretty easy, valve cover, there's videos on that. But now here comes the fun part where I won't be doing it, my friend will be doing this next. But we gotta remove the camshafts, and then that'll give us access to the valve train, basically, with the keepers and retainers. So yeah, we're gonna leave this here and pick this back up tomorrow. I'll see you guys then.
Alright, day two. We got Julian here.
Hello.
We're gonna take off the camshafts and get to work. He's the one that's really doing this job. I'm just here to help, so this will be fun. I'll put you guys down on time lapse.
So there's nothing really too much going on here. They're all 12 millimeters that are holding on the cam caps, and I'm helping prep out the materials while my friend's loosening them. Basically just loosen them from the inside out, start in the middle, right, left, and then put them off to the side, make sure they're in the same order. Really can't mess it up because they are all numbered and facing a certain direction.
Alright, we got the camshafts out, and we have the engine put at top dead center, so number one should be at top dead center. And before we take off the keepers and retainers, we need a way to make sure that the valves don't drop. And we have this little nifty adapter here that will attach to our air compressor there. And with about 30 psi of air, this should hold the valves up as we go and take off those retainers and keepers. So let's go ahead and start taking those off.
So here we're kind of messing around with the different tools to remove the keepers and retainers. We tried this cantilever system here in that red box here, and it really wouldn't fit on the head of the engine. So we eventually took a kind of hammer and magnetic tool that will smack the keeper and retainer down and pick up those pieces as they come out. So once we get that out, let's go ahead and show you a comparison of how the AP1 and AP2 retainers look.
Alright, so we have the AP1, what is this, the retainer? Yeah, the retainer here. It's not cracked, thankfully, but this is on the exhaust side, which is the one that isn't prone to cracking. But we have an AP2 one here for comparison. Probably not going to be able to tell much on video, but
Maybe it'd be...
it is a little bit.
Yeah, you can tell the height difference.
That's a little bigger, I think. Yeah, it is a little taller, so you can see there is a difference, and you can probably feel it too. It's slightly heavier, not that much heavier, but yeah, this was taken out by accident, so now we gotta figure out how to put it back in. But I mean, this
Master Honda Tech right there.
yeah, big difference right here is the size of it is slightly bigger. Well, let's go figure out how to put this in. Alright, so we got two of the exhaust retainers and keepers in. I'm gonna use a bit of a what would you call this? A ghetto way of doing it?
It's not like ghetto, because obviously these are proper tools.
Or a little
but it's
sketchy.
like, yeah, it's just there's different methods. the correct method is to pull the whole head out and using the proper tool to be able to compress the spring and get the keepers out and everything. This is not really a getaway, but kind of like a quick way to save time, money, and it's just pretty much you hammer shit.
Yeah. So we're gonna do the intake side. I have to show you how we're doing it. You want to go to the other side or stay here?
I'm gonna stay here. I'm a lot closer.
Okay.
So this tool has a magnet inside of it. What we're gonna do is place this on top of the retainer, and as I hit it, it pushes the spring down and it catches the keepers. So I'll show you real quick. Hold it, and then if you see inside, I don't know if you can.
Yep. There's 2 keepers in there.
Yep. So now you can take the old retainer off, and then we'll put the new one on. So when you put these keepers in, you got to put it in the correct way because there's a thicker side and a thinner side. So it kind of curves like a cone. So when we put it in to the new retainer,
The thinner side goes into the valve.
yes. So the thinner side would be on the bottom. The thicker side would be at the top. So cone shapes down good. So I don't think you can put it backwards. So let's see if I try to put it backwards to see what happens. Not really going in. It's not really sliding in easily. So technically it is one way. But just in case, as you can see, that just slid right in. Put it in the correct way. And then with one hand, it's really hard, but so just like that, it'll sit right in there. So there's technically 2 ways of doing it. We're gonna do it this way, so I can make sure that it goes into the valve and stick in it, because I won't be fumbling around with the keepers in the engine bay, so it'll just go right in. We have an attachment to the original tool, so this is gonna go right on top of the keeper, like that. And as you press down and it gets to the valve, this actually goes in so that the keeper can just slide right down and around the valve and locks in like that. Let's see if I can do this because I'm not that strong. So right in the center and just push down. I need a bit of angle. I'm just gonna sit right in this engine bay. So one of the keeper is still out, so we're gonna try and push it down again. As you can see, only one caught, the other one did not catch. So we're gonna push it down again and hope for the best. Yeah, I am. And still sticking out, so what I'm gonna do is just push down, wiggle it around. My foot. And it's pretty much in right now. If you can see it. I know it doesn't look even, but it's holding. So I'm gonna wiggle around some more, try and see if it'll move around on its own and center itself out, but that's still pretty good.
So that's the quicker, not by the book way of doing keepers and retainers. There are a couple other methods that you can do as well. They're on YouTube, but this is what we're doing today. And yeah, we've got, how many more do we need? 20 more? I don't know, 8, 16, we've done 4. Yeah, 12 more to go. So the rest of the video, there's really not much going on. We're doing cylinder 4 next, since that one's already a top dead sitter after we finish with cylinder 1. I'm kind of here inspecting and making sure none of the keepers fall in. And since cylinder 4 is all the way in the back, I am here just holding up the hood while he's trying to get the old ones out. While I'm talking here, this is definitely a recommended 2-person job. You can do this by yourself, but it is a lot easier with 2 people helping out, since you have a second set of eyes keeping an eye out for those keepers to make sure you get both of them out of the engine bay. So yeah, we're just here chatting, and then everything else goes more or less pretty smoothly, and just holding up the hood to make sure he has enough room to work on cylinder 4. And then once we're done with cylinder 4, we crank the engine over 180, do 2 and 3, and basically pretty much done. Anyways, we've done cylinders 1 and 4 because they were at top dead center. Now we gotta spin the motor over, but you can see the nice shiny new ones right here. Where's the old ones? A little dirty. Nice and new. So we're gonna go ahead and spin the motor over some amount of degrees. Make sure these two in the middle are top dead center, and then wrap it up. Yeah, that's
and then do a valve adjustment.
Oh yeah,
because
valve
the
adjustment.
new retainers are bigger. We got to make sure that it's
The clearances are right.
yes, that.
Yeah. So after we're done with 2 and 3, valve adjustment,
And then
put everything back together. All right.
So here in this clip, I'm going to go ahead and do one of the keepers and retainers on cylinder 2. As you can see, since I'm climbing into the engine bay, and that's really because this allows me to have more of a better angle to use my body weight to compress down on the spring. And once you press down on it, the keeper should snap into place and everything should be good. Quick thing I want to mention, I have a bunch of paper towels laying around in the engine compartment itself, covering any oil galleys or any openings to the oil pan, because you really want to make sure nothing drops into the oil pan itself when you are taking the old ones off. And with the paper towels covering it, if you do lose one, it should be in those towels. So make sure you cover as much openings as you can.
All right, we got all, how many? 24 keepers and retainers in. We started putting together the cam carrier, and I forgot to start recording, but we're looking up the torque spec right now. And I think once we started getting to like the last 10 of them, they were pretty easy to do because we got the hang of it. So yeah, it's not too bad to do. So we're gonna start putting things back together and then torquing things down. Alright, camshaft's in, everything is top dead center, and basically you just gotta torque everything down to 16 foot-pounds in a in and out pattern. It's in the service manual. I'll throw up a picture of how it is, but everything's gonna torque down. I'm gonna prep the valve cover and then spin everything over by hand to make sure it's good and start her up. And now Julian's gonna do a valve adjustment to make sure everything's good. Since it's apart anyways, I might as well do a valve adjustment.
Yep. As for which one?
In terms of clearance, here's the specs right here.
So intake medium for intake is 0.23 millimeters, and then exhaust is 0.27.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do 27.9 and a 22 something.
Everything's buttoned up. I'm gonna have Julian do the honors of starting the car up and making sure
If I
everything's in
broke
time,
anything,
or if he broke anything.
yeah, let's see.
We should probably open the garage so we don't kill ourselves with smoke.
It's okay. We don't need to live. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, this sounds healthy. Huh? Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right, we're good. Nothing blew up.
Yay!
Yay! That's gonna be it for this video. It's a little tedious of a job, but it's honestly not too terrible once you get first couple done. But yeah, once you get the first couple done, the rest is pretty straightforward. Yeah, not too bad. You know, check out his TikTok.
Yeah, I'm gonna be stealing a lot of your content for this TikTok video because I did not record anything at all.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, I'll drop a link for his TikTok. Otherwise, that's gonna be it for this video. Alright, so the car's all done. We wrapped it up with Julian. Everything went well. And let's close out this video. If you guys found this video helpful or entertaining, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Follow my Instagram at QMedia. Follow my friend Julian on TikTok. I'll put his name on the screen. I don't remember it off the top of my head. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. So take care and have a good one.